Why, hello and good morning. We're here at the front door of the coffee shop, obviously, and you know, we're gonna get ready to start our mornings and start up with some conversation, shall we? Let's talk about pets or dogs. Dogs is a good example because I have a dog. Many of us have dogs. Many of us have cats. In the movies, whenever you get that kind of excuse where, son, you can't have a dog. They're a big responsibility. They're like, but Dad, Mom, I'm responsible enough. Sort of thing. Well, it is kind of true. It is kind of true. Having pets is a big responsibility. And I just want you guys to kind of think about if you're considering getting a new pet. Sometimes what people do is people buy stuff, right? To fill a void. Like if you're depressed or really depressed, stuff like that. Sometimes you might impulse buy. Some people impulse adopt animals and then get rid of them. If you're doing that, you should probably break out of that cycle. If you're not doing that, good, I just kind of want to bring that to light. Anyway, so pet can be a great thing, can be a great companion. They're just little people that you help take care of. So anyways, you have to kind of consider, first of all, am I going to get a puppy? Am I going to get like an old adult? What age animal is going to be best for my current situation, my lifestyle? What kind of animal, like what breed am I going to go with? So for example, with cats and dogs, there's been plenty of behavioral research done. There's books like one is called The Right Dog for You. Surely there's one that's probably similar, the right cat for you, the right bird for you, etc., etc., etc. But for example, the right dog for you, you can go and take a look at the most common statistical analysis, like the statistics for each breed and how they relate to the human, the human relationship that you have with the animal, like characteristics, things like behaviors, how aggression reaction level or like energy, etc., that these specific breeds have a tendency towards, and you can kind of use that as a baseline. So ironically myself, I fit just about all the German Shepherd categories, and I think that's what makes myself so relatable to having German Shepherds, because I feel like my behavior and my way of thinking and processing things, and my energy levels, my activity, my responses to things, all are kind of fit those behavioral attributes that I have with the German Shepherd inside of the right dog for you. That was just a weird thing for me to read and find out, and I'm like, wow, no wonder I get along so well with my dog, and why I just so have such an easy time understanding and training my dog, because, well, we're so much alike in a lot of the ways that we learn things, or or how we go about things. So it's kind of like, wow, that's kind of like a one for one compatibility almost. It was kind of crazy. Um, but that's sometimes opposites attract, and it's a good way to be like, hey, well, I have this completely different dog now. Before I did this research, but I love my dog. However, there's some like things that I feel like could be better, about how to go about correcting your dog, or training your dog. Perhaps your dog just doesn't listen to you. Well, crack out that book, look at the attributes, and be like, maybe my dog is more food motivated than praise motivated, or vice versa. Things like that. How am I going about training and treating my animal? Am I putting enough time into my animal to make them happy? That's also another thing. So you have to make sure that with all these big responsibilities, obviously, there's going to be time and commitments and things like that you're going to have to commit to your animal, just like you have to do for your job or going grocery shopping, etc., etc. You have to make them an active part of your life, your animal is not just there to be there when it's convenient for you. They are a part of your life, and you have to consider that whenever adopting, or if you already have an animal, how this is going to change things for you and how you should go about in a healthy manner integrating this new pet into your life. So keep that in mind. You know, they're little family members. And I would encourage you guys, if you do have a dog, go check out that book, The Right Dog for You. It's got a lot of cool stuff. Um, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot. Let's also talk about training. There's a trainer on YouTube called Training Positive, and he's got wonderful content. You can learn a lot from him. He's probably, I would say, the best trainer that I would recommend for training an animal. However, just he's got a German Shepherd. He also has a lab, I think. He got a lab or a golden retriever. It's been a while since I watched his videos, probably a few years, but he was like the best trainer that I've stumbled across online in my personal opinion. I'm not saying that he's the best trainer, but he's got really great content and you can learn a lot from him. And for me, he was the most useful resource that I ran across. So, anyways, I highly endorse him. Um, well, I guess I shouldn't say like endorse, but I highly recommend him. So, anyways, Training Positive, super cool channel, lots of great information. Um, Obviously, you know, I have my dog trainers, my obedience instruction certificate, and all this, that, and the other. Um, like I've went around and I've presented my German Shepherd at events and demo dog for multiple pet smarts and stuff like that. So, and dog trainers that needed an example animal for their classes and stuff like that. So, I've participated in that. Um, if you guys uh, are not sure about how to train your dog or your animal, pretty much most animals respond to positive reinforcement. If you don't have a grasp on positive reinforcement, you should. Go Google positive reinforcement, right? And go Google the difference between reinforcements and punishments, because there is positive and negative reinforcements, positive and negative punishments, and you know they can lay it all out for you and give you all the deets on that. So that's kind of cool. So if you're thinking about getting an animal, there's a lot that goes into an animal, and you should really consider you know doing as much research as you can on everything, especially whenever it comes to what's going to make the animal the happiest. Is this animal going to be the happiest for you? You need to do some research on yourself too. Who are you as a person? Does these attributes or characteristic styles fit me? Is it going to be perfect for me? Such as my example with me finding out after I had my German Shepherd already, and I was like, wow, this is like my favorite dog. We just get along so well. After finding that out in that book and reading and researching, I'm like, wow, okay, well, no wonder we're so compatible, you know, So, anyways, I encourage you guys to hopefully pick up that resource and then also check out Training Positive, and and maybe this kind of makes you scratch your head and say, oh, well, I need to think about this a little bit more. I need to do a little bit more research, figure out, what's best for me, what's going to be best for my animal and my lifestyle. So, anyways, thank you for being here, and thank you for having coffee with me, and we'll catch up next time. See ya.